Let's take this show on the road. Shit, different day. I be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, hop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Clock out at 4, phone do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too little, slow down. No, me and who when they see me out, booked it 'cause I'm not waiting around for you. Let's fucking go Miami, let's fucking go Chicago, let's fucking go New let's fucking go Houston, let's fucking go Atlanta, let's fucking go Tokyo, let's fucking go Brazil, let's fucking go London, let's fucking go South Africa, let's fucking go Korea, let's fucking go New York, let's fucking go Toronto, let's fucking go Paris, let's fucking go Nigeria, let's fucking go DC, let's fucking go LA, let's fucking go trees, new beach, we be out on the coast. Swimsuit, 2-piece, catch me doing the most. Eating good in Perry, grab a glass, make a toast to life. Just living like it's my life. In these streets, music playing all night. Hawaii, I found my peace on a mountain zip line. Australia stole my heart, and the natives are fine as hell. Oh well, let's spend it all.
Hey, everybody. It is Tea Talk with your girl. We are dropping extra sassy Tea Talk.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Mods and subscribers. Welcome.
Shout out to the best mods, okay, in town.
Mhm.
Okay. We got the hottest mods in town. I see you, Mahogany
The
Bees,
hottest.
Mama Bees. I see y'all. I see y'all. Let me see who else I see. G Tina.
Hey,
Hey, girl. Hey, there she is. Drop
Hey,
it.
got the tea.
Drop the tea.
I was trying to see what time we was starting it.
Regina Phillips. Hey, y'all. Hey.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing
What's
on
up?
this Sunday?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, fellas, love. I see you became a member. Hey, girl. Hey.
Mhm.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Listen, what about
Hey, girl. Hey.
the plantation? The plantation done burnt down, y'all, in White Castle.
Oh, yeah. The
Y'all know-
plantation burnt down.
Them and their ancestors wasn't playing with that plantation, baby.
Yeah, we don't need no water. I didn't have a problem.
Uh-uh.
So many meetings.
The water didn't do nothing. The
We
water
don't
didn't
need no
even
water. They said they had
Woo.
10 fire trucks. They put it out and then it reignited in another place.
Yes, and just as strong.
Oh, yeah, burn it all down. Burn it all down.
Did y'all see that daggone boat hit that Brooklyn Bridge?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's crazy.
That was crazy.
Y'all see them people hanging off there?
What in the world? What were they
Them
doing?
people up there.
Standing there looking, filming.
No, they was up on the. Oh my
Oh,
god.
the sailors. You mean actually on the ship?
Yeah,
I don't
the
know what they
sailors.
were, some type of exercise. I don't know. That was crazy.
But why was they up there, y'all?
2 people lost their life. Might have been them 2 that was up there on the mast.
I mean, as hard as they fell.
Yeah,
Ooh, child.
that was a trip.
They didn't see it coming. I mean, seemed like you would have got down. That's crazy.
Child, they didn't even. It don't even look like them people tried to get down.
Might have been too much tequila. No.
What is this sassy?
It wasn't.
Too much tequila, honey.
Yeah, it was Mexican Navy. It was an actual working ship. It wasn't a party.
Yeah, you drinking.
Yeah.
You don't see things clearly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She said they don't see clearly. Drop the
On
thing.
party.
No.
She said if you drinking, she said.
Oh, if you drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But they were working as a Navy, Mexican
It
Navy.
don't matter.
Mm.
They be on that
Yeah.
ship.
Drinking on the
You know,
job.
Ooh.
somebody clearly was off.
Well, maybe somebody was drinking on the job or something like that.
Goodness.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen it. The people was falling.
Mhm.
Look at the video. Let's real quick. Listen,
Mhm.
the people was falling off the boat.
Yeah, I saw
Yep.
that.
Like falling off the boat.
The boat.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Why? I want to know why those people was allowed to be up there, y'all. Look,
Mhm.
look where
Look
these
at
people
that.
was at.
Crazy. Look at that.
That's something else.
Rolling as a ship strikes
Look at that.
Mhm.
the Brooklyn
Look.
Bridge.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I
Look
see
at
the
people
people.
falling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Here's another angle taken from the shore.
Mm.
Oh. Oh. Look at that. Oh. Oh my God.
Wow.
Where in the world?
Look at the person laughing. Go that way.
Some people captured the mishap from their apartment windows.
Dang.
Look. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
All those cars, you could tell everybody getting off work and busy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know how lucky they was that didn't break that bridge?
Bridge. Exactly. And then they got the little tugboat. Did they not warn them? Because, you know, they go out and warn people.
Child, is that what they was trying
What
to do?
is going on?
They say the boat lost power or something.
That's the second boat that's done that. You know, the last
Hey,
one
what's going on in
hit
shipping?
that
Sal
bridge.
Mercogliano here. We're going to break down the events that transpired last night in New York Harbor. This is the collision between the Mexican sail training ship Cuauhtemoc and the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, there's a lot of information floating out there, a lot of videos. What we're going to do is break down what we think happened and give you the facts as we know them. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a former merchant mariner turned maritime historian, maritime analyst. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these videos. And the ship is striking the top sails there. We're striking the top of the Brooklyn Bridge, or the bottom of the Brooklyn Bridge. This is a ship tracking app called Marine Traffic. All ships basically transmit their position via AIS, an automated identification system. The Cuauhtemoc was docked right here at the South Street Seaport, bow pointing in, stern pointing out, and I'm going to show you a replay of it here in a minute. Ship came out here into the current and then struck the bottom of the Brooklyn Bridge right over here. Ship anchored over here between the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. And now the vessel is pierside just north here of the Manhattan Bridge. This was the image this morning. This is the image this morning of the vessel pierside in Manhattan. Now, a couple of things to note about Cuauhtemoc. The masts on this vessel are steel. These are steel masts.
Oh my God.
If these had been wooden masts, we could have seen a catastrophic collapse of all the masts at the same time. Wooden masts on three-masted sailing vessels are tied in together through a series of...
Oh my gosh. Do you know how lucky those people are?
Yeah,
I know. That is crazy.
Oh Lord. Dee said that now they calling it an attack. She
come on.
Oh, no.
Any excuse.
It was a training.
Yeah.
So somebody apparently didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what's happening out there. They were blessed. I'm not bothered. We only had 2 casualties and about 20 people got injured. I don't think it was life-threatening, though. Probably those 2 people that fell the longest way, probably just, that was a lot.
Yeah.
And like you said, if that's steel and they was hitting against that, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Just got to pray for all those involved. That was, and did y'all see Sonny Minks?
Yes. I saw Sonny asking for donation for water and, supplies to her Cash App. St. Louis got hit really, really bad with the tornado. I mean, devastating tornado. If I wanted to somebody had recorded it. And when I tell you that thing was massive, it
Sonny
was
reported
massive.
it. I know that. Dee
It
says
tore
that
up everything.
she wasn't saying that Agent Orange called an attack. She's saying that
Mm-hmm.
it's so slow. You know,
Oh yeah.
with her. They so
I can see that.
slow. You know what I mean? They
I
so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their supporters.
Because
Oh,
they slow.
Mexico is trying to attack us.
Hey, Winter Womanland.
Hey, Winter, Mrs. Winter.
Hello.
She's
This is
a Mrs. How are you, girl? So yeah, you guys. St. Louis got hit bad. So if
Yeah.
you can, please donate them. If it's just $5, just donate to help with water supplies. It's pretty bad
This
because
is
that can
just the
happen to any
beginning.
of us.
Yeah, this is just the
Yeah,
beginning of the weather seasons, and not to scare anybody, but a lot of the funding for the Doppler radars and the coverage that we would get advance notice is not there. So
it's
that's
not
why
there
it's
anymore.
like, yeah, we don't hear the air sirens and all this stuff. You get advance notice. People take it for granted, but it can be
They
in
do.
any area of the country, and we all know that.
Yeah.
So praying
And
for
they
St.
stopped
Louis.
FEMA too. They stopped the FEMA. You don't
Yeah,
get no more FEMA,
Yeah.
so there's no more help.
Yeah.
that's the scary part. So we all
Yeah.
got to lift each other up.
And those were put in place to prevent lives from, losing lives. And now the same thing that we're saving lives is taking lives. And it's unbelievable.
It
But
is.
this is the type of government that we have right now. And this is a
Yep.
trust in your God system, honey, because these people are taking away anything that would save lives. They're taking it away.
Yeah,
They
and the
taking
same
every penny they can take.
thing with the disease control stuff. For our foods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure that our foods and stuff is safe. They just took that away, so we don't know what the hell we eat.
No, that's the scary part.
Yeah.
What you
You
eat.
just gotta try to eat as healthy as possible. Like for me, I'm just trying to eat mostly vegetables now, just because
Yeah.
of the way things are looking.
Yeah. That's why the Lord had prepared it.
Are free to put her cash app in the chat. They're aware of what it is. Sunny Minks, they can put it in the chat, and then
Yeah.
I can pin it.
That's why the Lord says, pray over your food.
Yeah, that's
Pray
true.
over it because you don't know what you're eating. You gotta whatever is turned out to be for your bad, God can turn it for your good. So
Yeah.
pray
Fewer
over your
processed
food.
foods. Yeah, fewer
Yes.
processed foods. We could use an opportunity to be healthier anyway.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I say. I'm not bothered say, which is why I garden and have livestock that I can
That's
have.
great.
Mhm.
Listen,
That's great.
when we move, it's got to be all about that. I need to be able to have
Yeah.
food that I can raise up that we can eat.
Yeah, chickens,
Yeah.
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 If you eat pork, you can control what they eat, because they don't have to be. I don't know. It's bad, and this is the time where you really have to pray over your food. You have to do a lot of soul searching and praying and change up your diet. And as a Black community, we need to change up how we treat one another because we're going to have to band together whether we like it or not.
Oh yeah.
So, and people don't see that right now, but in the end, they're going to see it.
Yep.
They're going to see it. So. All this bickering and fighting and stuff, and all this stuff that's going on YouTube, all that is nothing compared to the things that's coming. And look, this man hadn't even been in office a year, and he's caused devastation. Can you imagine?
Right. He is tearing this country down to the ground.
Damn. And I worried about $6,000 and this and that. Child, worry about your life.
Yeah, they didn't think it would be that fast, but it can happen. Blink of
Oh
an eye.
yeah.
No. Hopefully that'll
He
bring
tearing
people
it
together.
down.
Oh yeah, fast as he can. And over there begging for a plane. Why wouldn't you have? We have an American company, Boeing, who've always made Air Force One. So you're going over there begging, and he should be
They're for a
embarrassed.
plane.
Yeah, but shameless people don't get embarrassed.
No, they don't.
And you know they might have all type of trackers on that plane.
Oh, they will.
Yeah. In that plane, listening to our secrets and all type of shit that he be saying on that damn plane.
You know they have the last time he was in, they had to change codes every so he won't know them because he gave so much stuff away the last time he was in office.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And prayers up for our President Joe Biden, the past president, is suffering aggressive prostate cancer, y'all. It's already spread. So for him and for former First Lady Jill Biden, up there in our prayers, my prayers.
Yes, my prayers to him. And it's spread.
Hormone something they said.
Yeah, they said it's one of the most aggressive forms. Sassy, do you know anything about?
I think I think he's been had it.
Okay.
And in my opinion, I feel like it has spread to parts of his brain because some of the stuff he would do was unusual from what he would do from his previous time, because he used to be kind of snappy. And he was off balance a lot, falling a lot. I think he's been going through this a lot, and so he has the kind, how women have the aggressive breast cancer. It's the same thing. So prayers up to him.
Yes,
I hate that. He's a fighter, but we still have him in our prayers. So sad.
Yep, it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. It's also sad that he allowed this country to get here. So I'm not really I pray for him, but he could have avoided a lot of this by being a man and saying, "Hey, listen, I'm not up to this. Let's get a good candidate in here who can have a good shot at winning the race."
Yeah, give time. Person to get time to get ready.
Yeah, and he didn't do that. So that's selfish. And this proves to me that he's just like the rest of them. But anyway, we here to talk about RHOA. What did y'all think about the show? What did y'all think? Let's go here. What did y'all give it? I gave it a 5. I was over there ready to go to sleep.
I said a 5.5.
I'll give it a 6. A handful of good scenes spread out. It's like meh.
I'll say a 6 only because it was funny because of Kelly and her daughter.
Yeah.
How they was driving and the daughter almost hit that red car, child.
I see some 4s in the chat.
That's the only reason why I gave it.
Yeah, I can't give it more than a 5.
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah.
So what popped out to you? Drop the T. What popped out to you tonight? Is she here? Or does she
might be on mute? You on mute? Drop the T. Or she could have frozen. I don't see her.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't see her thing moving.
That's what happened last week. Anyway, go ahead, Sandra P. What popped out at you this week?
I love the confessional look, the joint confessional with Charles and Angela. Looked really good together. The little rooftop lunch I thought was nice. I want her to move better with him on screen. She knows that he's not going to be fake or do certain things. So I don't want her to set herself up to look silly. But I do realize that is their interaction. That's their engagement. That might be their love language, even though he says no. I didn't like what the producer did, trying to throw something in. Do you love her? Of course, he loves her. He may not be one of those men that say that or show it in a certain way. But, I don't mind their interactions. It would make me uncomfortable. But again, she's not me. And I liked, there was another confessional look. Shamea had one that was really elaborate, like kind of brown and all this kind of stuff. I like the new confessional look that they had. All of those stood out for me. And Kelly and Chloe. I think they're adorable together.
Yeah, I enjoy Kelly and Chloe myself. What stood out to me was Drew and her mom. How her mom saying the kids are getting, to the point where she can't control them. And you know, uh, Drew saying Ralph has changed the locks and she couldn't get into the house,
Yeah.
which is should be a violation of their you know, their divorce proceedings, and how he still is coming after her LLC even after she resolved it. He's trying to still get 40% of her money, and that's just a control issue with Ralph. You know, that same thing Martell does to Melody, trying to get her money. um I can imagine that it's kind of rough, you know, but I thought her and her mom had a, you know, good conversation. Her mom's 80 years old, still navigating the, you know, YouTube streets and know how to use all the electronics. So, you know, I
Yeah.
thought that was, you know, good. I didn't enjoy Angela and her mom. They look just alike. Oh my God. And the scene with Porsha and Shamea, it was just off to me. It just did not make sense at all. It just, I don't know. I was confused. I was like, what is happening? Shamea talking, she ain't. Then she goes and she comes back. Then they hug it out. I was like, whatever. I'm so done with that. I'm done. So, Tita, what you got, honey? What you got?
Charles and Angela, I think Charles made her look like a fool up there on that rooftop.
Yeah.
I don't care if my husband, if somebody asks my husband, do he love me? He better damn sight answer. That's for starters.
Real quick.
Then Angela was up there talking about this is our love language. She like, no, it ain't. What you lying to these people for, basically? So they look like a goddamn fool, and I love him. I just love this Charles Oakley. I'm sorry. He is like my favorite house husband. He ain't up there for the bullshit. What
sure like
to do is get me on this camera and pretend that I'm somebody that I'm not, and I like that about him. So I enjoyed the scene, even though he played in her face. Okay.
Yeah, and she knows he's gonna do that. I need her to be more. You know he's gonna do that, Angela. So don't come with
right.
That.
So I agree with Sandra P. That's what I'm saying.
He's not gonna play.
And don't bring him. Don't bring him into scenes that it's gonna embarrass you.
But
she can bring him.
She's gotta move differently.
Yeah, I mean, bring him, but know how to navigate it.
Yeah, right.
You know.
No, you know what? Do exactly what Sandra P said. Get your ass on camera and be like y'all normally at. Don't try to make him somebody that he's not.
He's not. Don't be like, this is our love language. Y'all ain't got no love language.
Ain't got no right,
exactly.
Y'all ain't got no damn love language. What you talking about?
You don't act like he like her to me. You don't act like he like her.
Yeah. He don't.
Yeah,
He's smirking up his nose, and I'm like, ooh.
They seem like they more like friends. They like friends, like buddies. They don't seem like they're romantic. They're not romantic.
They sitting off far apart. She had a over there to ask him for a kiss. Give me a kiss.
He don't want to
stretch your neck about 5 feet to get a kiss.
I know. He was like, you kiss me, nigga. I ain't gonna kiss you.
He was like, what do you want to kiss for?
Like, why do that when y'all don't do that at home?
You know we don't be doing this bullshit, girl.
Girl, you better get.
And then did you hear why the mother said she got mad at him?
Yeah,
I did.
Tell me, she said she don't clean, or she ain't clean or something.
So the mother got mad. No, the mother got mad at him because Charles said that Angela don't clean up.
Right.
And the mother said she's mad because Charles was talking about her daughter.
Right.
He's not talking about your daughter because he asking her to clean up. That motherfucking man got OCD. I'm telling you now.
He do. He
when
do.
He was in that kitchen frying that chicken, and he said, "That lady just washed her hands." And he's like, "Did you wash your hands?" That man got a fucking germ thing, and that man do not live with that woman. And I don't care.
No, they don't live together. I've been saying that because they can't live together because everything got to be his way in that house.
Yeah, they don't
everything.
That's why
they act like they don't live together.
And that's why she don't bring women.
Hands in that sink.
That's why she don't bring women That's why she don't bring women to her house. It ain't because she's scared somebody
She don't live there.
Her husband. It's because her husband ain't gonna be there when y'all get there.
Yep. Charles got him a little apartment somewhere stashed.
Yeah, and it's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ain't got no children in it, making no mess.
Yep.
And he can come in there when he feel like it because he got a whole key. Now I'm telling y'all what's going on.
I think that Angela just desperate for a husband. I just think she just want to have somebody to say she got a husband. That's what I think. I don't, think she care how you treat her or nothing.
I think this is just the way she like it, and it just works for her and him.
Cool Cat said Porsha should be ashamed of herself with that post, acting like Shamea said something about her mother. She is a sick person. She has walked away fake crying every episode. I'm sick of her mess. We was talking about that, and we summed up that we feel like Porsha did that shit so everybody could go watch that show because them ratings must be bad. Because what she had to do that? Because baby, that lady ain't said a goddamn thing about no Diane.
I think
nothing.
I think she bipolar.
She said nothing about Diane. All she said, her mother and Porsha's mother were best friends. That's it.
No,
she might have seen a different show that we saw.
She said Porsha said that you don't fall too far from the tree. Apples don't fall too far from the tree. That's what she said. But she said you told me that. Hey, sexy diva. She said you told me that, right?
Yep.
That's what she said. She said Porsha told her that her mama said this, that, and the third. And Porsha agreed. She said, but I don't feel that way. That's not how I feel. But she still told her what her mama said. You must feel that way because my daughter better not go tell nobody what I said. God damn it.
You got that right, or she'll have duck lips when I finish with her.
Right.
I pinch them lips so big they'll be big.
What I said. Hey, ADR. That's some shit. Supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Miss Z. Winter still here. DG in the house. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Murray Willis. I done started speaking now. See, that's what get you on track. Okay. So, yeah.
I don't know.
Miss Murray.
It was just weird.
Porsha. See, Miss Murray, that's where I got to disagree with you. Because you saying Porsha looking for a reason to get mad with Shamea. Is she really? Because it looked like to me Shamea the one mad. Even at the table, Shamea was raising her voice. Porsha was trying to stay calm. Shamea was raising her octave. You don't want to talk to me. I want to talk about this. No, I don't think it's that way around. I think
this is how they communicate.
I mean, it could be how they communicate. But it's just in my opinion that Shamea is the one that needs the attention in the storyline.
I think Shamea's got more than enough of a storyline, but it's about what is production going to show. I heard she had a dance.
Yeah, she does have more than
girls.
She does have more than enough storyline. She's rich. She has a beautiful home. She has all that. But guess what?
She still works with the Atlanta Hawks.
But guess what? That ain't what Bravo want to see, and you know it as well as I do.
I think that as long as they do exactly what the Bravo producers want them to do, they're going to see the numbers that they see, which is not good. So I'd like to see Shamea lean into more of who she is, what we saw episode 1, and what I was raving over. Everybody still didn't like her. I liked her better episode 1, seeing the real her. I don't care about a feud with her and Porsha. I don't think it's for the show. I think there is a real underlying tension. And I think the stories I'm hearing work different. You put up an IG story and it disappears. So I don't know if Porsha removed it or it disappeared. Or did production show her a scene that wasn't in there, something that Shamea said? Because I've heard they do that too. Show them things that somebody said. But Porsha really had heat behind Shamea from that little all-black statement that she wrote with all those misspelling, whatever. I think that was real. I think it was real because the show's already in the can. There was no reason for her to put that up this morning. And Shamea's away. Her and her husband are traveling.
Yep. I look at it this way.
Exactly, Ms. Z. Ms. Z said no. It looks like Porsha wants to keep their business off camera. Something's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and
Behind the scenes.
Shamea kind of said that. Shamea said, "Why can't we do what we do off the camera and not do it on the camera?" She even said, "Porsha said they don't pay me enough money for that."
Well,
She said, "So why can't we be friends like we are? We are." So I don't know. Something is brewing, and Porsha don't want to talk about it. Let's just put it that way, because she's gonna walk off, and like she been doing, she been walking off a lot.
If it doesn't make her look good, she won't talk about it. Porsha wants
Nope.
to create her own narrative, and it has to be positive, and that's not gonna always happen.
yeah, I like Shamea too. I like
I
Shamea
do.
and Porsha, but I'm just
I like both of them.
like I said, Shamea.
Both of them can get it.
Shamea is hurt because she held on to so much for years, and to see Porsha dismiss her and disrespect her and not support her, only to come on TV and act like she can't sing, and this was her chance. I don't know. I just disagree with that. I told y'all earlier, if you holding on for something for years and you supposed to be my friend and you bring that shit to me years later, I'm sorry. I'm cutting you slam the fuck off. I don't care. If you can't talk to me and we supposed to be friends, then we not friends anyway. You gonna wait for a camera to come around so we can invite all these thousands of people into the group chat so we can have a court of public opinion when you and I are supposed to be the ones who are friends? Why do we need a camera and a court of public opinion to tell us what we should be doing as friends? If you have feelings, if I did something to you, you should be able to tell me that, because we say we friends.
Well, like I said today on my live,
my friend stuff right then and there. I don't let that shit linger. They might not like it. They might not. And I know sometimes they don't like it. But if I don't tell you now, then I don't want to be holding on to shit, then telling you weeks and months later, I'm going to be mad at you. We sitting around talking to each other and I'm looking at you sideways because you done pissed me off and I ain't said nothing. Nah, your ass got to know now. We got to talk it out. And if you ain't grown enough to talk it out, then maybe we ain't on the same level anyway.
And that could be very well true, because a lot of people some people are not like we are, that we would talk about it because I want to get it out. But some people feel dismissive and feel like they cannot get it out because the person that they truly love, they don't want to lose their friendship. So they'll just let it ride and ride and ride until, like a bad relationship, until one day it just blows up. But my thing with Porsha and Shamea, they are both alike. I do feel like Porsha has been the one to shine the most, and Shamea dumbed herself down to it. Point blank, period. That's your fault. You shouldn't have dumbed yourself down to make your friend shine. Both of you guys should have been shining at the same time. If you were singing, Porsha should have supported you. And I did not like how Porsha kind of downplayed her song. I just did not like it.
Me either. I did
not like that at all. Portia downplayed her song, and that was mean. That was mean girl mentality. It was very immature. And if you my friend, you play down my song like that, we got a problem.
Yeah.
We got a problem. And I'm gonna let you know right then. And if you don't want to hear what I gotta say,
and guess what?
F you. F you.
If that would have been Shamea's plight and she would have took that and they would have fight about that, I would have been right there with Shamea. I swear. Yeah. But the fact that you went 10 years back with these girls to talk about some damn wedding, that if you felt that way, that bad about it, you should have already talked about that shit with Porsha.
Who brought it up?
Sometimes people don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. You know, you don't want to hurt your friends.
If that's the case, then drop the T. If you got something that you holding against.
Huh? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh no. Oh, T-Talk is going in and out.
T-Talk broke out.
Okay.
T-Talk. Hello? T-Talk.
She coming. I think she kind of. But yeah, I would just told Porsha to F off. I mean, I'm not that type friend. I'm not going to keep snipping your butt. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not.
But I think Porsha's bipolar. I do.
Oh yeah, I've always said that because she'll flip on you.
One minute she happy, the next minute she not happy. Then she crying. Then she,
Is she pregnant?
I
Because
just
she act
think
like
she's
she
high
pregnant.
that's
maintenance.
what they want.
She
She
thinks
crying one
she's
minute.
high maintenance. I think she wants her friends and her family, the world got to revolve around her. And I think Shamea
Yeah,
has outgrown that. She don't know how to tell her.
I
So they might just have to move
exactly.
Yeah,
on. They
because
might have to move on.
she back and forth. She crying. She bipolar. I see Mariah Carey got diagnosed with that. She's bipolar too. They said bipolar.
Mm.
I thought it was just one bipolar, but I thought I read it said she was
This bipolar one and two.
has severe bipolar. Yeah, she's
My
bipolar
thing
too.
of it with
Now, what
one
is the
thing
two?
with
What
Shamea,
is the two?
Shame, the two is more of the hyper, the spending, not sleeping for days. And then when you go down, when you come down, you go back to bipolar one. It's a complex bipolar, and you sleep for days at a time without eating,
Oh,
taking baths and stuff like that. So yeah, bipolar is it's extreme. Anything is extreme. So when they're up, they're up. A lot of people have built this country, bipolar people, working for days on days without sleep. And then once they go to sleep, they sleep for days and they get depressed and they don't have the energy. Um, they spend money, they're
oh,
impulsive. So
oh! I just thought it
yeah,
was a bipolar one. I didn't know it was two until they said Mariah Carey has bipolar two.
yeah,
Okay,
they have bipolar one and two. Yeah.
okay.
So sorry about that, y'all. I got cut off. But what I was saying to
Oh,
Dr.
that's
T
okay.
was she was saying that maybe a friend don't want to hurt a friend's feeling. I don't even know if y'all heard what I said because
No, I did it.
We did.
I think I got cut off. But what I was saying was that is if you my friend, right? And if there's something that you don't want to hurt my feelings about, if you go over there and you talk to Sassy and Sandra P about it, and then one of them come back to tell me, how do you think I'ma feel then? You don't think
Mm,
my feelings gonna be hurt then? Because you supposed to be my friend. So
Right.
why couldn't you talk to me about it?
maybe listen. This how maybe some people can't deliver like other people can. I
Also,
mean,
she thought
I
that
don't know.
Angela would deliver it better. She thought
No,
those
I think
girls would
Angela
deliver it
wanted
better.
this to come up. I think Angela wanted to see Portia's reaction. Angela, to me, is a get back queen, just like the rest of them are. And no matter what she say, she might have took Portia's apology, but I guarantee you, she's wanting to see Portia squirmal a little bit. That's just the way I look at it.
Mm.
Angela is going to be one of these ones that's going to be picking at Portia and Shamia and
Yeah.
all the rest of the girl. She's a picker, she's a baiter, and that's what's happening. And neither one of them see it. And I'm gonna tell you who sees it though. It's Portia, but Shamia don't see it. She don't. She Angela baited her, and she took the bait. Now you got friends, you got problems in your friendship. So
Yeah.
That is why Portia is pissed. I
mhm.
think I don't know. It may have a little to do with Shamia coming on the show. I don't know, but I'm not sure what them pushing Shamia out in her house did.
you know,
I mean, it made some people really fall in love with her because of the house. I ain't gonna lie. Some people
yeah.
really like Shamia because they found out she had money. They've been knowing Shamia all these years, didn't even care for Shamia. But as soon as they found out Shamia had a mansion and her husband was rich, they fell in love with her.
Well, see, I've always followed Shamia, and especially when her daughter was born, I'm always over there keeping up with Shiloh. And I feel like Shamia is Shamia. Shamia is even when her daughter was sick, she still had that vibrant personality. And I saw her break down really bad one time, because she had to have back-to-back surgeries. So
Mhm.
I'm used to seeing her personality. Her personality is not vivacious like some people think. That is just who she is. I honestly believe that Portia thought Shamia got the lifestyle. I had the lifestyle. Now I can't show it because Simon that sat there and put all this cease and desist on here. And now Shamia's coming on with her lifestyle, and people gonna like her more than me. I think Porsha got a little bit of envy in her. And
I could see that if Porsha would
she ain't got to say nothing.
have started the
For her
argument.
not to say nothing,
Now with the
it says a
song,
lot.
I'm gonna give her that. With the song, I'm gonna give her that. She was wrong, and I'm not talking about she didn't say nothing, but she didn't start this war between her and Shamea. Like everybody trying to act like she did.
No, she didn't start it. No. What I'm saying is, even if she knows she didn't start it, why run when you could say, look, why are we doing this? Say what you say. You would say it to somebody else. Why are you sitting up here trying to bring this up? Why are you trying to sit up here trying to put our friendship over and this and that, and you trying to say I'm dismissing you and this and that? You argue with everybody else. You argue with Drew. Now, why you can't sit here and answer this girl and put her in her place instead of running off? Something going on behind the scenes.
About her more than she cared about Drew. She did.
Her and Drew were really good friends. Yeah, that's true.
She
but
said
still,
that.
Porsha ain't been the one to hold her tongue for nobody, like them or not.
I ain't never seen her claim to like nobody as much as she claimed to like Shamea. If I'm being honest, I've never seen.
To me, I think Shamea is, I don't know. She's one of those friends to me. Maybe they are just outgrown each other in different areas.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're not the same anymore in certain areas, and they need to come together and accept that and decide, hey, we're gonna be friends or not. It's not high school anymore. Some people you just outgrow, and some people just don't like your growth. Move on. You got a life. Shamea got a ton of stuff she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Porsha feel like, well, I gave up everything for Simon, because she did. That was her dumb mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That was your dumb mistake to quit your job, and just have this little bit of income coming in for Simon. You should have kept your job. You would have had more income coming in. That was your problem. That wasn't nobody else but Porsha. Now all this cease and desist. I can't do this in my home. I can't do that. She's upset about it. She's saying it's a lot. But that's what you chose. Okay, so hey,
I agree.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Sharon said Porsha is not jealous of Shamea. It's not about jealousy. It's about being the head, be in charge. Porsha wanted to be the head, be in charge. It's like she wanted Nene's spot. Then she got it.
She still is the head bitch in charge. If that's what you call it.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's what she want to be. That's what she is right now.
She is.
Shamea doesn't come close to Porsha right now as far as HBIC. She, as far as I see, don't even have what it takes to lead anything. Because if she did, then she wouldn't be talking about no 10-year-old wedding. She would have came better than that.
I think Shamea got so much to go on other than Porsha. Like Sandra B said.
That's what we should be seeing.
Exactly. I agree.
But instead, she succumbed to talking about Porsha behind her back with those girls. When she should have said, I'm not going to do that. The same way.
Now, Porsha wanted the Nene spot. Now she understands what Nene went through.
I understand that. But what I said was, Shamea should have maybe walked away a couple times. Then she wouldn't have had these conversations.
Exactly.
She would have been able to show what y'all claimed that she got to show. That we would be watching a different show right now. But she knew if she didn't talk about Porsha, she wasn't
get camera time.
You damn right.
And I feel like Porsha probably could was saying, you could tell them you didn't have to talk about me. I didn't talk about you. You didn't have to talk about me.
And that's what I'm talking about.
She might not have talked about her, but she let other people talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
Porsha.
Who talked about Shamea?
I'm not talking about this season. Porsha has a track record.
But Sandra P, We talking about this season though, because that's what we watching. We watching this season, so we can't go back 10 years like Shamea doing. We talking about this season. So when did Porsha talk about her, or when did she allow anybody else to do it? Because I haven't watched that this season. The season that we
Right.
talking about. We gotta stay on. We gotta talk about this season. Sometimes we can go back, but we talk about this season. Porsha hasn't talked about Shamea
So
at all.
how we giving them credit for all these years of friendship if we can't go back?
Who? I ain't trying to give them credit. I'm asking, why are we going back? That's my biggest question. Why
I want
are
to
we
see
going back
Shamea's life
10
now.
years?
I want to see
Why are
Shamea.
we going back 10 years except for the fact Shamea don't have nothing else to spar with Porsha about, and Shamea wants camera time.
No, my point is this. Shamea doesn't need to spar with Porsha. I think most of the audience will watch Shamea go to her Hawks game, host her games, go do her music, travel around with her husband. There's 10 other things that Shamea can do rather than argue with Porsha. Porsha is the one that came on first. She started with Drew.
So maybe
she's
Shamea
into it
should
with
get her
Shamea.
own show where she can do all of that on another station, because Bravo don't want to see that, because if they did, that's what we would be watching right now.
Bravo's trying to tell the audience what we want to see, but the numbers is not showing that is what the audience wants to see. I don't trust Bravo's motives. Bravo, to me, never liked the fact that the Real Housewives of Atlanta has been one of the #1 housewives show. They like that to be Beverly Hills or OC or one of them other shows. And I don't know why people pretend they don't see that. They never liked the fact that Nene was the house that Bravo, but they didn't like it. And they still don't like it. So they want to show these two arguing rather than showing all these different things each one have going on in their life. I don't have to pick Shamea over Porsha, but I do
we
prefer
can't
Shamea
go
over
off
Porsha.
of what
I don't have to pick one.
Shoulda, woulda. We can't go off what Shamea coulda showed us, what Porsha could have showed us. We talking about the show as is, and as is. I'm not emotionally invested in Porsha or Shamea. I will never be emotionally invested in another housewife. But I'm still going to talk about, or not even a housewife, a reality star. But I'm still going to talk about the show in the sense of, this is crazy that #1, we going back 10 years. I'm not emotionally invested in Shamea or Porsha. I like them both. I like both girls. When I follow them both. I just watch Shamea, her and her husband go through the airport. She's like, come follow me. They over there in Niecy, they drinking expensive wine. I love Shamea. I love Porsha. But I'm just talking about the show as it is, so we can have debates and be argumentative. We can't talk about what Shamea could have showed. We talking about what Bravo chose to show, because that's the show with the edits and the cuts.
The edits is what's getting them in trouble with the numbers, but that's Bravo. Bravo has always done that.
They don't have my attention after this season. I don't need to tune in to see a 5 or 6. I'm not interested. Same thing, Maritime Medicine. No, thank you. I don't need to tune in
exactly.
for Andy Cohen to tell me what I want to see. Andy Cohen doesn't get to tell me what I want to see. He could show that, but then I'll fulfill the commitment to this season. I don't need to look at these ladies argue with each other over what. If the friendship is finished, let it be finished. But they each have enough going on in their lives that we could see, whether or not we admit to it or want to see it or not. Some people are here for the mess. I'm not.
Yeah. But Bravo is. Yeah. They find it entertaining.
I think Bravo is one of those other Real Housewives shows. The other Bravo shows to be, #1, and they not.
And I believe that too.
They put more money in there. They put more money. They'll send them to Barcelona, and they'll send them over here to Savannah. So, I mean, we can't pretend like they're getting treated the same.
Yeah.
It's just boring. I'm with Capricorn Flower. It doesn't have my attention now. It really doesn't.
Child, I almost fell asleep on the bed. I said,
let me wake up. 2 times. I'm going to have to watch it again.
Dee said, I'm enjoying the show. It's not what it used to be, but I still support. Married to Medicine will never get another view from me.
Yeah, I'm done with MTM as well, D.
I'm done with Married to Medicine. I can't do that.
Yep. Sonia said that's why I follow them on Instagram, so I can see their real lives. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because the show is just an edited version of whatever happened. I don't know these people in real life.
Right.
I mean, I know they're trying to keep the drama. I know they're trying to keep the mess, but um, at this point, to me, Porsha got enough going on with Simon, but can't be shown. It's kind of messed up, you know. I hate that.
I don't know. I don't know who turned people down, Cool Cat, because I don't recall turning anybody down. She said she don't understand why other people got to be torn down to lift Porsha up.
I
don't know who's turning anybody down. I just call shit like I said. I've been done with Murder Medicine. The blend of the ATL cast is not there. No, it's not working out.
The ensemble's not working. With the four new ensemble is not working at all.
People don't want to hear me say it. I'm gonna say it again.
I don't think anybody's the best one or in charge of the girls. I don't see it.
I think they need to bring Nene back on there. Nene and some of the
what you say?
Nene, I think they need to bring Nene back on there. I think Candy needs to come back on there. Kenya. And Porsha and them, they do better together to me.
They have that chemistry, even though they might not like each other, but they know how to do that. They know they know the assignment.
Correct.
These girls, and I think Kelly can probably squeeze in there alone. And I think Angela, but Britt gotta go.
Yeah, Britt gotta go.
Yeah. I think Angela could hang with them. I think Angela and Nene would get kind of, Nene would tell on her husband. Baby, that would be something good. You hear me?
Yeah.
But it's just.
But I don't know. I think Candy is so busy with her Broadway shows and stuff. But I think she would do good to come back to RHOA. And bring back, another person I think will be good, Mariah. If they could get Mariah back on there.
If I was her, I wouldn't come save Married to Medicine. I'd make my check off their backs. And if they took it off there, they just took it off.
And she's still going to get her checks.
Yeah, let Simone Jackie go.
So them the two sneakers.
I think Candy, though. I think, and Nene, I do.
Oh,
I can do without Candy.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Housewives, no,
Yeah, she said she wanted.
Married to Medicine was her baby, so
yeah, she was offered. She never wanted a peach.
Mariah said she's not going back to no ensemble cast.
No.
That's what she said.
They do need
I wish that Mariah would actually get with Sweet Tea and those doctors' wives. And show. That's what I wish for Mariah, because she got her own production. She got all that stuff. If she got one show on, she could get another one on. But anyway, I remember that Sandra P does have to work tonight, so let's be respectful of her time.
Well, y'all can keep on. I'm gonna pop out anyway.
No, we're gonna be respectful of your time and allow you.
Yes.
It's only a reaction video anyway, but we just wanted to come in and get our reaction and see what y'all was thinking. Y'all know we'll be back on Wednesday night for a full review of the show. We'll drop an extra sassy tea talk, and we hope to see y'all then. All right, everybody, please have a good night. Okay.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for y'all support. We could not do this without y'all. We know RHOA's numbers aren't as great, but we hope
stay on here for after we get off.
That y'all love us that great, and so y'all will show up anyway. Okay, so we love y'all, and we will see y'all in the next video. That's right, G Tina. YOLO, baby.
Thank you.
YOLO.
Okay.
Night,
YOLO.
All right.
Good
night, everyone.
Drop the T says stay on here. Sandra had to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I go with confidence, when I go with roll like hips and take my sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go, you can go slow. left turned down. We keep it going, like bum bum bum. Throw it back then rotation. Figure it's in the season. Shine bright as that season. Girl, you know you are a jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. We not like these. We not shine bright like royalty. We not sticky, but they are guilty. And why? So kind of your neck is started. You been waiting on me to solve it. Solve it, solve it for me. And last weekend, you had me thinking, oh, I must get in and lift my head up. Like bum, bum, bum. Throw it back then rotation. Figure it's in the season.